Good afternoon. It's Monday. It is March 11th. I have turned 58 years old on Friday last week, and I had a great weekend, y'all. Great weekend. So I want to share a couple of things with you. Um, see, I bought a couple things. I'm going to show those off on Patreon so that my patrons get that little extra that they deserve. It was such a good time. Amazing. Just amazing. I got a pottery bowl for my birthday. Hey y'all. I got a new little piece of a wand selenite, some art from a local artist. I went to Santa Fe, which I've been to before, and I love Santa Fe, right? I love it. And then we went to Taos. I had this preconceived notion of Taos. I thought it was going to be super ritzy, kind of snobby. Not even. Super cute. Of course I got tourist stuff because it's a tourist town. But if you know what you're looking for, then you can find the right prices. We also did some driving. We went up and saw Earthships, it's a community above New Mexico. It's above the Rio Grande Gorge Bridge. And we went up there. We didn't go on the tour. We didn't have quite enough time. But just looking at the outsides of the house was really cool. They're all way ahead on the eco-friendly schedule. Then we went back to the Rio Grande Gorge Bridge where they have a rest area, and they've got about 10 vendors up there, and you can look at stuff, and prices were very reasonable there. I spoke to a lady whose name is Chili Flower. She is from the Pueblo, just down the road in Taos, so she's of the Pueblo Indian, and an amazing lady. She talked about how she creates her things and how she said, she said, if I'm angry or feeling negative, I don't work on it because I don't want that negativity going on to it. I'm like, yeah, exactly. I mean, I do that. So it's pretty cool. Then I walked across we had a friend from Seattle. Hi, Sue, if you're watching. She's back in Seattle already. But we walked across the Rio Grande Gorge Bridge. This bridge is the 10th highest in the States. And the wind was incredible. The wind's always blowing, but it was really whipping up out there. Walked across. I took a bunch of pictures. I'll post them up later over on Facebook. And the energy was amazing. You could hear the river, which for me, with my bad hearing, is really good. Thanks for the happy birthdays, y'all. Thank you. I look over there because that's where I'm reading it. But on the way back, all of a sudden, I got super disoriented. Like, I knew where I was, but I couldn't really feel like I was in my body. So I sat down, and my friend went back, and my husband was in the car. He was napping a little bit. And so they came back to get me. And I drank some water, and then we went to eat. But it was like all of a sudden, I was very hungry, very disoriented, and just, ugh. So that was unpleasant, but it was, when you look back on it, it's kind of interesting about why did that happen. We ate at a place called Orlando's in Taos, and it's just a little Mexican restaurant, but really good food. Everybody enjoyed what they got. I had what's called their Los Primos plate or plata, and it was one chile relleno and one tamale, which I'm mad for tamales. Then they had pozole. I've never had pozole like this. When I think of pozole, I think of the stew. But pozole is actually habani. It's a white corn. It's a bigger corn. And it's got a really unique flavor to it. I'm pretty sure that's what they make corn tortillas out of. But they made it just fresh, which is kind of odd because pozole is actually dry, but you reconstitute it from what I know. Again, not saying that's absolutely true. It's what I know. And it had a really light seasoning, and then they had their beans weren't refried. They were whole beans. But the chili rellenos was so yummy. Yum, 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 yum. And the tamale, of course. I'd already had a tamale for breakfast that morning. The hotel we stayed at had a breakfast buffet, and they had tamales on their breakfast buffet, which I think is as it should be. um, but we just had a great time, just a lot of fun. It was very relaxing to go on, and we didn't really push ourselves, but when we got back, we felt like we'd been gone for a week and not just Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like 3 days and 2 nights. But we packed a lot in. So today I'm going to try something new. And this kind of came to me today while I was doing some other stuff and thinking about Tarotscopes. I keep rolling back to the idea of, is this something I want to keep doing? I enjoy doing it, but when I miss it, I get really guilty and I feel bad. And of course, my patrons are paying, a $5 a month to get the full video where I do all the signs. And so sometimes I go back and forth on whether or not it's the right thing or not. But anyway, this came to me while I was doing it, so we'll see. I am using the Merry Day Tarot. This is an older tarot deck. It is, well, here's the cover and the back. And this one was produced by Millhouse McCabe Incorporated in 1997 out of Salem, Massachusetts. It's conceived and illustrated by Louisa Poole. And it's a really intriguing. Now let's just look at this. The Fool card. So we've got the Fool and then the old man behind, or the old woman, is it? It doesn't matter whether these are women or men. These are archetypes of where the Fool is going and where the fools come from. But which one is the real Fool? Hey, Lucy. Y'all, Lucy Chen is working on a deck, and she put my face and Joanna Colbert's face and Bittabel Wynn's face on one of the cards, the Three of Cups. I couldn't have been happier. Those two women mean a lot to me in this world, so it was really, really fun to see. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at how I'm going to change this up. For those of you who've watched this a lot, you know that I always pull an oracle card. Oh, thanks, Michelle. But I pull an oracle card first and get our mantra. I'm going to do it differently today. And how I'm going to do that is I am using Spirits of the Animals Oracle. Artwork by the amazing Jody Bergsma. I think she is, well, I don't think she is. I know she is incredibly talented. And we're going to do, it's going to be odd. I may not be able to use this deck. I just realized it doesn't have numbers, and the cards have to have numbers for this to work. Ha 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 ha! Hoist by my own petard. Okay. Well, let me look. But y'all, this is such a pretty deck. Have you seen it? Let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy. How fabulous! And Ram. It's a gorgeous deck. And Squirrel, always prepared. So, I pulled Prosperity, and then what did I pull? Oh, I can't find it again. Oh, well. But, y'all, I can't use this deck. It's not going to work for my two tests. Dang it. Put them down there. Let's see if Mystical Wisdom has numbers, because that's the nearest deck at hand. Damn it. Oh, hang on. Dude, please be. No. Okay, as I laugh hysterically at myself because I have figured out this great new thing, and now I can't do it because I don't have. Let's see. I don't think this has numbers on it either. Okay. Foxfire, do you have numbers on you, baby? Yes, numbers. Okay. Whew. So what I'm going to do is basically a quintessence pull, a quintessence. And in the Foxfire, they have 40. How many cards do you have, darling? 45. Okay. This is a Lucy Cavendish deck. And so what we're doing in the Quintessence Method, this is what I learned from Mary Kay Greer and one of her post books somewhere. When you're doing a tarot spread, you add everything up. Certain things, like it's 0 is the Fool, and then 1 through 14. And then you drill down to at least 22 or lower. And what you're doing is getting the quintessence of the card reading. So let's say you add it up and it's 133. Just pulled that out of my head. And then you do 1 plus 3 plus 3 is 7. Chariot. Lovers. Chariot is the quintessence of that reading. And you would take that energy of the chariot as something to push you through. So what we're going to do is we're going to do our typical 3-card reading. And then we're going to add them up. And 45 and down, we'll pull the quintessence from the Kitsune deck. So let's see how this works. Now I'm practicing. Y'all are my guinea pigs. I need to hear wheat, 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 wheat from all of you who are guinea pigs. Yes, I've owned guinea pigs, and they are amazing little companions. I digress. So let me get a shard shuffled. I believe this deck has actually never been shuffled because these cards are in such good shape. I love them. Haha. So this is not in my for sale stack. I have a huge tarot sale going on. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes still to go through. I've gone through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you're interested in it, let me type the URL in here, and I'll put it back in the description too, because I've got to change things. It is bit.ly. Oh, that didn't do it. Kel, if you're still in here, would you mind giving that an HTTP and popping it back in there for me, please? She's one of my moderators. I haven't seen any other ones come in, but so we're starting with this week's Tarotscopes. This is for all of us. This is for everybody who watches this video. I set the intention that those who are meant to see this will. So when you share this, set that intention. Those who are meant to see this video will. And is that correct? Did I use the right one? Well, let me click and see. Ha ha ha. I'm pretty sure I did. So yeah, it's the right one. We're good. For our main Tarotscopes, I always reach out to the universe, the divine spark that's in me, it's in you, it's in all of us, in my worldview. Some people call that God, Jesus, Mary, Goddess, Caradron, Loki, God, whomever, Buddha, Muhammad. There's so many different versions of divine spark because we as a people, we all have unique views, right? We all see things in different ways. So who my mother saw as Mary, someone else might see as Kuan Yin. It's how we filter the information. And I firmly believe that the divine is the divine. I don't believe the divine is up there going, you're drinking caffeine? Off my list. Not sacrificing animals? Off my list, right? So, yeah, the divine spark. So what I'm asking is the divine spark speak through me using these cards to give us wisdom for this week. And just know, Tarotscopes will either be on Sunday or Monday. going forward. Sundays are turning into a really busy day for me in terms of getting my house ready and doing work on my house with my husband. So I want to keep that open. And if you don't see me on Sunday, watch for me on Monday. How's that? What is our message? And I draw 3 cards. I draw the main card, which is what I call the theme or the energy or the flow. Then I pull a blessing and a challenge. Now, if the flow isn't something you want, let's just say you're an outgoing person and the flow says hermit. Well, you're going to want to look at the challenge card, which will turn down that flow, turn down that need to be quiet in a way. If you do like being a hermit, then you want to look at how to turn it up on the blessing side. And so these are kind of do-it-yourself Tarotscopes. Rather than locking you into one thing, this allows you to exercise your free will, which is as it should be, guys. Did y'all just see something go back behind me? It may have just been something on my glasses, but it looked like something just kind of flipped back behind my head. Oh, thanks, Michelle. It can't be a reflection because there's. Oh well, I'll look at it later. I don't know. That's what I thought it looked like, and there is nothing burning in there. Here, look. Nothing burning in here. No clue what that was. So, yeah, a cat hair is an absolute possibility, but there's no cats in here right now. But, you know, of course, if it came off here, then it was a cat. What is that? No, that's a label. Yeah. Don't know what that was. If somebody can kind of timestamp that, and I'll go back and look at it later. So, back to the Divine Spark. Sorry we interrupted you. This is for our main Tarotscope, and this is for the week coming. What do we need to pay attention to? This is for, today through Sunday. Okay. And we get Water Dragon, common sense and clarity. Happy birthday, Pisces. Okay. And y'all, my focusing skills are limited because I shake like a leaf sometimes. Common sense and clarity. Water Dragon. And I believe Water Dragon, here's a little card that comes with this. It's really wonderful. So, and they have 21, and then they have, that's the Ace of Water. The Water Dragon is the Ace. So I had to look up and remember because I don't work with this deck a lot. Common sense. Clarity is an Ace of Water. That's an interesting Ace of Water, but we're going to go with what they say in this deck, right? So look for clarity. Look for an opening of your mind. And look for ways you can use your own common sense. Apply common sense. Here's something I've done before. Somebody posted on Facebook that Tom Petty had died. Oh my God, Tom Petty. I love Tom Petty. I post immediately. Yes. In fact, he had died 2 years before. So, I should have looked. I should have stopped. I should have waited. I should have verified the facts. We are in an age of alternative facts. I don't care which side of the aisle you're on, if you're in the middle or if you're under the ground watching going, wow, that's really fucked up, people. Alternative facts are a thing. You gotta check. You gotta check. Marie Kondo, there was a meme going around about how she said you should only have 30 books. Not exactly what she said. And of course it made people crazy, right? 30 books, are you insane? What she said was she kept 30 books. That worked for her. and that everybody should find what worked for them. So, common sense. Let's see what our blessing is: the Lovers. Choice and love. Now that's an interesting right here. Often we see the Lovers with an angel behind them, but this is definitely Adam and Eve. You see their locks on their necks, right? It is an interesting card. They're on two paths. She's committed to one. He's standing between one. Which way will he go? Is he reaching out to her or is he pulling away? Hard to say. But we've got the Ace of Cups, which is traditionally a card of love and depth of emotion, and the Lovers show up. Clarity and choice. Now, let's look at our challenge card. Okay, this deck is being very, very, very interesting. The Star. Self-awareness. Let me see if I can get this up a little bit further. Okay, focus on my nails. Nope, focus on my nails. Sometimes my camera is in love with my nails, so. Okay, we're just going to stop that. I really want y'all to see all the detail in this. Look above them. They both have hawks. Short hair, longer hair. Wrapped on both sides. Feet on land, foot in the water. Where's this one's foot, right? And the Star. Self-awareness. Wow. Clarity is challenged by lack of self-awareness. Clarity is enhanced by your vision of your choices. Pretty clear, right? Now, I don't know why you wouldn't want to have common sense and clarity this week, but if you don't, focus on lack of self-awareness. Now, the last thing we're going to do is we're going to add. 17 plus 6 is 23. And this card has 55 on it. Typically, I would say 1, right? Because aces are ones. We're going to go with the numbers here. So 23 and 55 is 78. Now, we only have 45 cards. So we're going to take 7 and 8 and add those, which comes up to 15. If we were doing this as a tarot quintessence, that would be the Devil. That would be a really interesting, but we're not. We're doing 15. And these cards are not in any order. So before I start the other, my patrons full Tarotscopes. Dudes. No, we don't go further down than 15 because we have 45 choices. So it's only down to 45 and then we go down to the next number, if that makes sense. No, you're fine, Elaine. You're fine. The Sentinel. The Watcher. The one who looks ahead and watches out. The one who guards by watching. Works for me. And then we get a mantra. And the mantra is always positive, pithy, and present. It's always positive, no negatives. Pithy, short and to the point, and present. It's in the now. It is, I am aware, not I will be aware. Okay? And in here we are, I watch the future to make choices today. I watch the future to make choices today. I watch the future to make choices today. Makes it sound like stockbrokers, right? But how did that work for you? What did you think of that? How did that go for you? I'm going to kind of get these into some piles so I can start breaking them down. I think it went well. I mean, I'm going to answer my own question. I think it is I think it did what I wanted it to. Fun and different. The quintessence part, it could use some work probably, but we'll see. I'm putting all the 30s and 20s and 40s in one pile. That's going to be a pain in the butt. I'll do this later because I am just messing this all up. So be clear this week, right? Yeah. Thanks, Quasi Magic. Gets us out of the usual images. Yeah. I'm going to be doing this for my patrons next. You're welcome to join us over there if that's your gig. Oops, where did everybody go? I lost everybody. There I am. It's like I scraped across the deck and couldn't find a thing. And I'm always like this. If you don't like watching people who are scattered and squirrel, give it up, baby. That is how I am on this camera. I'm not scripted. I don't write this shit out. I cuss. It is who I am. I talk to people randomly. So we'll see. I'd love for you to come back and join me. I really enjoy talking to people like this because y'all can't talk back and interrupt me. Did I say that out loud? But yeah, feel free to join the Joy Seeker family. You're already a member just by showing up, just by watching this. That's all you had to do. Congratulations. Now, please feel free to check out. I'm going to put the Foxfire link back in the description so y'all can go take a look at that deck. And spread the word. And remember, if nobody else says it to you today, I love you. Even if we haven't met. Even if I don't know you from a green apple. I think I'd know that you were a green apple. But I love you. And I want you to know that. I don't think we hear that enough in our life for somebody to give us just love. So give that to somebody else in your life today and tomorrow. And as always, seek joy, y'all. Pass it on. I'm looking for the red button.